Okay, here we go. Take this thing for a little spin. I'm driving in sport mode. This is a 2017 Stingray 2LT Corvette, and I have the 7-speed manual. 6.2 liter normally aspirated V8 engine, 460 horsepower, roughly 460 pounds-feet of torque, and I get 5 extra horsepower because I have the performance exhaust on here, and the car is geared very high, so it's basically a 4-speed transmission with 3 overdrive gears. On the highway, if you find a place to get it up to 90 miles an hour, you're only turning 2,000 RPMs. So that would give you a mathematical top speed of well over 200 miles an hour, but according to Car and Driver, this car will do 186. I don't think it'll ever see half that if I own it, as long as I own it. Chevy really did their homework. The interior is so much nicer in this car than it is in the C6, which ran from roughly 2005 to 2013. The gearbox is very smooth. It's a little notchy, but that's because it's a performance car. So if you're used to driving a 6-speed Honda Accord, the 7-speed manual in here is going to be a little bit better. But if you're used to driving a muscle car or an older Corvette, this transmission is going to feel like butter. It's very, very nice. The clutch action is good. Definitely, it's got to be a hydraulic clutch because it's too smooth to be just a dry clutch. The stereo system in here is the upgraded one that you get with the 2LT option package, which includes heated and cooled seats. You have front video cameras, which is very nice when you're going really slow and you're coming into a parking lot and there's a curve or a speed bump up ahead of you or some kind of obstacle. You can see things much better. The 1LT Corvette Stingray only comes with a backup camera, and that's kind of nice when you're backing into a spot. This also has, you can't see it in the video, but it's got a really nice heads-up display. It shows the speed and the gear you're in projected up onto the windshield day or night, and you can see it, but it's not annoying, and even at night it doesn't obstruct your view or cause any glare or anything like that. You can easily see how fast you're going without having to look at the speedometer. Of course, the speedometer has your display in the middle shown very brightly. The instrument panel is quite inclusive. It pretty much shows everything you're going to need. But the car rides very nicely, and it's more than fast enough to keep up with and outpace traffic. You just have to be careful because sometimes it can get away from you if you're not paying attention. Like I said, it's got 7 speeds. The car wants to go fast. You have to be very careful not to let the car get the best of you if you want to keep your driver's license. We're going to get on the interstate here and open her up a little to